So I've been wanting to start this series for quite some time now, where I'll simply talk about films, film watching habits, and filmmaking techniques. And finally, here I present to you the very first episode of Film Philosophy, the show where I share my thoughts and opinions about everything and anything related to films and filmmaking. And in today's video, I'll discuss about different film watching mindset different people may have and how and why different people perceive the same movies differently. And this is going to be a super exciting video, so definitely watch it till the end.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
Hello guys, welcome to Film Philosophy. I'm your host, Subhadip Mondal. I'm an independent filmmaker, and on this channel I upload short films, music videos, video editing tutorials, and will also upload all the future episodes of Film Philosophy. So if you're new here, then definitely consider subscribing. So what do I mean by film watching mindset? At first, you may think that this is a pretty silly topic, but in a moment, you will get to know why this is so important to understand or even consider. See, there are two types of people when it comes to the matter of watching a movie, depending on the mindset of the individuals of how they perceive a story or specifically characters. One kind of people tend to see the protagonist or a certain character of a film which they can relate to as themselves. They take those characters personally and lose the ability to see their actions from a third-person perspective. The problem with this mindset is the characters you see on screen are ultimately not you. Rather, they are individuals having very distinct characteristics. Some of their characteristics, their opinions, their moral values and actions may fall in line with yours, and when it occurs, you seem to like the character and even find similarities with yourself. And when it happens, you seem to like the story and the movie as well. But whenever that character does something that you wouldn't do in your life, you lose the connection immediately with that character and you become judgmental and start to question their actions instead of trying to understand the real motivation behind their actions, and eventually you get to dislike the entire film. So I believe if you watch films with this kind of mindset, then you don't get the underlying or even the actual meaning of the actions of a character, and you also miss the opportunity to see the whole picture.
You don't listen, do you?
To give an example, recently there have been a lot of controversy surrounding Kabir Singh. The particular scene that I would like to address is the one where Kabir slaps Preeti.
अगर तुझ में भी मेरे लिए वैसा पागलपन है, then call me, otherwise you know me.
Most people, specifically all the pseudo-feminists, got mad over this scene. Now, if you ask me, I'm not a male chauvinist and definitely not a pseudo-feminist, nor do I support them. Although, it's a different thing that I seriously believe in gender equality, women empowerment, freedom of speech, individual rights, etc. I repeat that. I strongly believe in gender equality, women empowerment, freedom of speech, individual rights, etc. So, the thing with that particular scene from the movie Kabir Singh is, I personally wouldn't slap anyone no matter how angry I get at them, irrespective of the fact if the other person is a female or a male. And do you know why wouldn't I? Because that's my characteristic. That's who I am. And that doesn't get influenced by someone else's behavior. Because I have my own sensibilities, philosophies that I live by, and my own moral code. I'm not claiming that I'm perfect. I also do have many annoying characteristics and maybe even a few psychological disorders that other people may find problematic.
All I have are negative thoughts.
But the point is, I don't get influenced by random acts of random people, whether on screen or real life. And it's because I don't see the characters on screen as myself. At least not anymore. But when I was young, even I tend to watch films in that manner as well. I was a big fan of Hrithik Roshan, and in my childhood, I used to visualize myself as him. And we do this because in real life, we are not that amazing personalities we see on screen, and we love to believe in those suspended realities. Now coming back to the point, if you watch films like Haramkhor, then you may find those films much more offensive than Kabir Singh. So even though I wouldn't slap anyone like that, I get the point why Kabir has done that and what could have been the motivation behind his action. So whether I like it or not, I support that or not, what would I have done if I was at his place? These things don't matter here. But I completely understood what the director had to say with this scene and why the character did what he did. Although the justification for that scene that the director Sandeep Reddy Vanga himself has given in various interviews are pretty lame to me. It would have been much better if he didn't even comment on the scene instead of giving such twisted justifications. It just made him look like less competent than what we really perceived of him from his film. I think directors shouldn't be apologetic. They should show whatever they have to. The rest, people will judge. They will judge anyway. Although that's my absolute personal opinion, and that's what I think the second type of mindset that some people like me may have. But before moving on, let me quickly tell you about Skillshare. If you're really passionate about something like filmmaking, photography, script writing, or any other creative skills that you want to develop and learn properly, then you can join Skillshare. It's an online learning community having thousands of high-quality classes on various topics like filmmaking, video editing, design, business, tech, and many more. You can learn and develop any skills you want from the comfort of your home. And the best thing about Skillshare is, once you subscribe to their service, you will get access to all of their library. You can learn anything that you are interested in anytime. Nowadays, most people rely on online classes, and for that purpose, you should definitely check out Skillshare. So if you're interested, click on the Skillshare link in the video description below to sign up, and the first 500 people to sign up through my link will get 2 months of premium access for absolutely free. So definitely check that out. There is no need for any kind of commitments. Just get the offer and start learning as much as possible in the first 2 months. And if you like their service, you can continue, which I'm sure you will. And one more thing is that if you want to start your very own YouTube channel and share your opinions on the topics you are passionate about, but the complexity of video production is holding you off, then you can check out my Amazon influencer storefront as well. Here, I have sorted out the best cameras, audio gear, lights, and other equipment that you may need in order to start making great looking videos. So if you're confused on which camera, lights, or audio gear to buy to start making videos, then definitely check out my Amazon storefront link from the video description below. You can choose the gear according to your budget and needs and place an order on Amazon directly from there. No matter whatever gear you choose from the list, you wouldn't have to regret later on, because I have chosen the best ones for you. You just have to pick the one that suits your budget and needs, and it won't even cost you anything extra. So definitely check that link in the video description as well. And if you still need assistance on choosing the right gear for yourself, then you can directly message me as well, and I will help you choose the best gear and equipment that will serve you the best. Now coming back to our topic, my expectations from any film or story is to see what the director or the writer has to say. I want to experience and explore their mind, their thinking, their creativity, without being judgmental as much as possible. I don't want the makers to feed my expectations. So I try to watch a film and the characters in it from a completely third-person viewpoint, without being too judgmental, which otherwise may convolute your overall viewing experience. For example, there was a scene in the film Two States where Arjun Kapoor's character slaps Ronit Kapoor's character, who was his father.
मैंने कहा तू जा यहाँ से।
Now if you judge this scene from your point of view, then you may find this scene offensive. But if you try to understand what was the motivation behind such an action for Arjun Kapoor's character, then you may well understand what the director tried to convey with this scene. Now I'm not saying that it's always the audience's fault if they don't get a scene as it was intended. It may also be true that the director and the actors have failed miserably to convey the scene or everything that has happened before properly. Now, if you have watched the movie Nightcrawler, then you will know how a flawed character should be written and executed to get the audience's empathy. I completely disapprove of all the things Lou Bloom did the entire film, but still fell for him.
Repeat the police. I will never ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do myself.
That's how empathy works in literature. Nightcrawler is simply a great movie. Most people have liked it, and it has even won several prestigious awards for its original screenplay, and I still know some people who didn't like the film simply because they couldn't attach with the main character and his actions. I'm not saying that they are completely wrong or they must have liked the film. I'm just saying if they had a different film watching mindset, perhaps they would have enjoyed a lot more films. The same things have happened for the recent film Joker as well. I have loved the film to the core and felt like it's almost perfect. But still, there are some people who have got offended by its showcase and depiction of violence. I think they simply didn't get the point, and that's it. As simple as that. There's nothing wrong with the film. So I think if you calibrate your mindset a bit and start consuming movies and other arts the second way, you may get offended less often. And again, I'm not saying that will make you like each and every film or make you magically fall in love with the ones you have already watched and didn't like, nor I'm saying that you must have to like all those films, but it will definitely help you have a better and less biased opinion on any art form. I hope that makes sense. So that was it for today, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts on this particular topic and how do you like to watch films? Do you see yourself on screen or you see the characters? It would be interesting to see what all of you guys have to say about this. And if you want to see more content from me, then definitely follow me on Instagram at subhadip.flixcanvas. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.
You will be seeing me again.